Hi there, this is Crystal Calhoun with Made to Be Unique, and this is part 2 for Bible Pathway Adventures flashcard template designs. In the first part, we did this right here with a standard, very plain and low ink flashcard template. And in part 2, we're going to give it another set, nice background design to it. So what I have here is some assets from my client, and we're going to use these images. I used from the Google Plus and also the header background banner for her website. I just created this new template here, actually not a template but a background using the same images. So I'm going to use this image, which is all flat. It doesn't have layers. These ones have layers, but I'm going to use this image and I'm going to bring it over to the template. I'm going to use it. Put that in the place. And notice in this part 2, I have created much cleaner folders. That's what happened. Question. Actually, I shouldn't have brought it in too soon. I'm sorry. Let's start over again. I forgot to tell you how to go about moving everything over. So we have the question and the answer. And I'd like to put a design on the answer, the full background design on the answer. And I was going to show you, since I was having some problems with my Photoshop and I wasn't able to flip it around, there's another way of going about flipping it around. So I click the whole all, click, and then you see on the arrows how it can turn. I'm going to turn it around, and I want to make sure that it goes, it's not going to be like slightly slanted, and so right here I'm going to do 180. 180. 180. There. And then click it in so it sits in place. Now I have the answers on the top. Flash 1 right here, that's what I want. Okay, I'm going to get that image back, drag it over. And if I happen to be going too fast for you, then just stop the video and then find where you're at on your own piece and try and catch up. I've learned the best way for me is for learning is just basically being a fly on the wall and also doing a lot of search, like Google image search. I find a lot of answers to my questions there as well. So I'm doing the answers. I'm going to get this and I'm going to drag it down below this box here. I'm going to create a raster out of that so that it's a smaller file. Excuse me. And I think it's pretty set in there. But I also want to create a mask in case it goes over the boundaries. I want it to stay within the boundaries, so I'll create a mask and it'll stay within the boundaries of this box here. And I'm pretty happy about that. Now I like this background to be I want to take some of the opacity out so you can see through it some. Not too much though, because I still want to see the answer pretty clearly. But it's nice to see that background image. We'll do 70% sound. Looks really good, I think. Then we'll get their logo and put the logo on top. I'm going to have to resize that. So I'm going to click on Shift and the corner and drag. I think that looks great. Okay. Alright, now I want that to be centered with the box, so I'm going to, with my keyboard, click on Control, that box, and that box. It'll just select those two. I want it to be centered. There we go. The perfect spot. Alright, well I think that that's a really nice design. So I want to copy that over to the others. Drag, then bring it over to the answers over here. Now I have to move it. And then I want to create a clipping mask. Wrong box. Create a clipping mask. Gotta make sure I got the right file. Oh, it's not in the box. It needs to be in the same folder. There we go. Create a clipping mask. Now it's in there. Create a copy and then drag it down to Flash 3. We want it on the same one. Create a clipping mask. And that's not centered very well on that last one. So let's zoom in so we can see the details. Also, what I can do is I can control click that one, and that one, and just make sure that they're aligned the same way. There we go. That's a lot nicer. Double click to get out. All right, and now remember we did that at 70. Let's do this at 70 as well. And that at 70. Let's use this logo. Since it's the same, it's the size that we want, we don't want to bring in another logo and have a different size. Just drag that down to Flash 2. Make sure it's centered with the big box. So use your keyboard control and click center. Drag that down. Control, click, center. Okay, that went well. Yep, did. Okay, so that is nice. And if I wanted to have a background color for the answers, let's see if I want to flip it back around and create some design on the other side. Remember, we go around, 180. Oops. Yeah. Oops, did I do something wrong? Okay, now it's set in. Set in the right place. I think it needs to nudge down. There we go. Nope, nudge back up. Alright, good. Okay, so what we can do on this cover is if we want a background color, we can do a background color like the same color as that or same color as that. I like that. That's a good color. Let's stay with that one. And let's click on that one. Let's do another color. Ooh, pretty. Let's say if you want to have a gradient, let's do a gradient. Let's use some colors from what's already being used. We'll do a gradient of that. I don't really like that very much. I don't know why that's happening. Sometimes it happens. So let's try something else. I like to do the water. Let's see about the water. Not bad. Let's create another gradient level in here. Oh, that looks nice, but I think I might like it on the darker side on the bottom. That way it leans up to the name here. I think that looks pretty good. And this will also give my client the opportunity to change the color as well if she desires. Now let's say I wanted to bring in some clip art to these. Open up our folder, and I've already selected some of the clip art that I really enjoy. We're going to drag some in there. Control, actually Shift, yeah, Shift. We'll keep it in the same proportion. That's fun. Don't get it too close to the edge, otherwise it might get cut out by the printer. This is on the third flash. Let's go to the third. I believe it is, unless it changed. See? Oh, no, I moved it. So that means when I flipped it upside down, it changed what number of flash it is. How strange. Okay, so we're on flash right here, 3 now, but it says 1. That's strange. Now we're going to need to change this title here to be white so that it's easy to read. I like that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, what goes here? Pink. Let's do something girly. Click on your shift, drag it on the corner. That's cute. Super cute. Go white. Now, since it doesn't fit very well there, I'm going to create another layer. Actually, another row. We'll put that on there. Edge there, and I think it'll look a lot better if we did it right aligned. And then we can even make it bigger now that there's more space. Take off that space. There we go. That's nice. And make it easier to read. Ah, nice. Very good. Okay, and as I mentioned before, these illustrations are created by Thomas Barnett. Excellent illustrator. Let's do some blowfish. Control, actually Shift. Yeah, there we go. Blub, 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 blub. Okay, I think this is very nice. Oh, this should be a darker color now. Let's pick up on that dark blue. There we go. That's nice. Well, that is going to be a very lovely flashcard template set. And if you want to create some cutout space between these, just some white empty space, you don't have to, but you can if you want to, for the sake of cutting out. We can create a new line there. Go here, white. Actually, we would want them to be folded, so it shouldn't go that way. This is a set here, so let's go over here. And so those are folded up and down. There. Since the lines are not prominent enough, we can go over it like that if you want. think that looks good. Okay, I think it's ready. Let's see what she says. Oh, I should save it as a JPEG. Actually, let's save Control S, pip, template, flashcards. Then I'm going to save this as a JPEG. Control Shift S is a save as, and I do a JPEG. Let's lower the, let's optimize it some. There we go. That'll do for now. We can also lower the resolution in the future. All right, there we go. Let's see what she says.